You're listening to the sounds of the Wate, the world according to Eli.
You are now tuned in to the #1 podcast in the world, The Wate, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to The Wate, and today we're going to talk about Eric Bledsoe getting traded to the Bucks, Meek Mill going to jail for 2 to 4 years. But first, we're going to get into Roy Halladay's accident. Let me welcome you my co-host, my dad.
Peace. Welcome, podcast world, to another episode of The Wate. And as Eli mentioned, we just got news across the wire that Roy Halladay, two-time Cy Young Award winner Roy Halladay, has passed away in a plane crash, a one-person crash. And we want to send our condolences.
Right, to his family and friends. And a great baseball player. He played for the Phillies. I remember he was going to go to the Yankees, and then that happened.
Right. Well, he spent most of his time in Toronto. He used to be a Yankee killer.
Right.
And then when he was up for free agent,
right,
the Yankees were in the running, and then he went to the Phillies.
Right. And then I think they made it to the playoffs with him a few times.
Yes.
He was a killer.
He was one of them all-star pitchers, iconic. He was 40 years old. So our condolences goes out to his wife, his children, and the baseball community. Right. You know, we didn't think we were going to do anything about baseball today since the World Series
was over,
and this just came across the wire. So we want to send our
prayers, condolences.
With that said, let's get to
football.
Week 9 in the NFL.
Let's talk about the Cowboys being the Chiefs.
Okay, I won't say that name. You said that name of that team. All right, they beat the Chiefs. It was a very convincing win. I will say that me and you both had the Chiefs because we didn't think
Elliott was going to play.
Ezekiel Elliott. This thing with Ezekiel Elliott is starting to get a little crazy.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to play. He's not going to play.
Yeah.
Injunction.
They said for the chemistry, it's only messing up the backup running backs because they keep thinking they're going to play. And then
not only that, but Ezekiel, what is his mindset every week? You know, when they say you're not going to play until Friday, then they said he can play. The game is Sunday.
Right.
So this is creating. The Cowboys have won. Damn, I said the name. You know what I mean? That team has won 3 in a row.
Right. Since he's been playing.
Despite all the insides and outs.
He's the engine that runs that team. It's not Dak anymore. I don't think it was really any.
I think it's Dak.
I think it was a dynamic duo of Dak and Elliott.
Absolutely.
But this year, to me, I feel like even though Dak had a great game against the Chiefs, because Elliott was running so much that he spread the floor, opened the field up for them. I think it's Elliott who was the.
And their defense has been surprisingly better than people have expected.
Right. Lawrence has come back from his suspension.
Yes, and now they have what we call a pass rush.
Right.
So whatever happens with the girls, that team,
right,
the Cowgirls.
Now they have.
What else we got going on? Some very good games this week.
We have the Rams against the Giants. Whipped their butt hard.
51 to what? 10 or something?
17.
17. All right.
I think they're 1-8 or they're either 1-7, 1-7.
Eli, here's the question. Do they need to be some changes before we get to how good the Rams are?
Okay.
Do they need to fire the coach?
Yeah, Joe.
The GM?
Joe McNabb.
And should they put in another quarterback? Is Eli Manning to blame, or because he has no offensive line and no wide receivers, it's really not his fault?
I'm going to say it's time for him to go, and it's time for him to pick go to a new team. This isn't the team for him anymore.
Or is he just old? He's 36 years old. He did win 2 Super Bowls, but he's never been what we consider an elite quarterback.
He's 36. He's like midway. That's mid-age.
No, 36 for a quarterback is kind of old.
Yeah,
I mean, there are exceptions where Peyton Manning, who's the greatest quarterback ever, Brett Favre, who's probably right behind him, Drew Brees, who probably comes in third, and Peyton Manning, who comes in at a fourth.
Wait, so you put Peyton Manning twice?
I mean, Tom Brady. Tom Brady at 4. Tom Brady at 4.
So like,
with that in mind, Those are exceptional
You're
quarterbacks.
such a snake, bro.
I'm just saying that's just the way I see it.
No, I feel like he should go to the Jaguars because Tom Coughlin is the GM or president or whatever.
Yes.
Go there. Their offensive line is not too bad. It's not as bad as the Giants.
Pretty good offensive line.
Trade Blake Bortles because he's not going to answer to me. I do feel like the defense is remarkable, and see what happens. Because I do believe if he goes,
if you can catch lightning in a bottle if he gets a new start somewhere.
New start because you already lost like 80 wide receivers.
We had the Giants winning that division, I believe, in our season opener. Due because we thought Ezekiel would miss 6 games. We thought Philly might have been an aberration. They weren't ready.
Right.
And Washington is always at the bottom of.
Right.
So we kind of had the Giants, so they are highly disappointing. Let's talk about the Rams.
Let's talk about the Rams.
Did we think they were going to beat it? It's good. They're 6-2.
They're 6-2. They're leading the division. I wasn't expecting them to be this good this fast. I had a good maybe next year.
Right.
But Ty Gurley's killing it. Goff is killing it.
And Sammy Watts, the wide receiver.
Trevor Austin.
No, the other wide receiver.
Oh,
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins.
So their wide receiver core and their running game core is stout. And this guy, Droff, is making Jeff Fisher look like he was crazy.
True.
You know what I mean? Because Jeff Fisher was
I feel like he was a defensive coach instead of an offensive coach.
Yeah, he was too old school. He didn't want to adjust to the new game. And
now they're playing wild card, like it's wild.
They're wide open, and they're giving this guy the keys to the engine, and they putting up some points, man.
Now, but
51 points is a lot of points.
All right, so they're 6-2 right now, right? They just dropped 51 points on the Giants. How far do you see them going? We hit the halfway mark now.
First half report card at 6-2. They're pretty good. Do I think they can go 6-2 to be 12-4 in the next half? No, I think they'll go 4-4.
I agree with you.
I'm gonna say Seattle wins that division at 11-5 or 12-4. Seattle comes in and whips them.
Wait, so you have Seattle winning?
I have Seattle winning
7 to 6 games.
Yes, in the second
You're
half of the season.
You're smoking.
I'm telling you what I see, man. I'm telling you what I see.
I had the Rams winning this division
because you're a front runner. That's why you.
I'm not a front runner.
You are.
I'm looking at it.
You're a gravy train hopper.
You
said it yourself that you hop from train to train.
No. Wait a minute. I did say that, but I'm looking at the standings right now.
Okay.
I had the Chiefs win. I had the Rams winning that division.
How many games?
Eagles had a good game. They smoked the
Denver Broncos.
Yes.
They put up 51 points on a Denver defense that is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Is this Win Sky really for real? Are these Eagles for real, or is this another one of them?
No, I feel
they're 8-1 now.
They have
are they 9-1?
They're 9-1, I believe.
Okay, 8-1 or 9-1. Either one. They only lost one game this season,
and that was to the Chiefs, and that was when they was undefeated.
And that was a close game. Right, that was a very close game.
Right, I feel like they have the right pieces around them in terms of offense, and the defense is not too shabby.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm not too much sold on them. They still got to face the Cowboys. They still got to face
the girls.
That team. I'm not even calling them the girls because that's a little disrespectful.
And I doubt if we'll ever get like a Rams and Eagles.
You could. One thing about NFL, man, these teams go from worst to first.
But wouldn't they have like a scheduled like matchup ahead of time?
What do you mean a scheduled matchup?
I'm talking
Are you trying to say there's a conspiracy?
I'm talking about the plan. They have a plan. They have a specific
like they had a plan in the Super Bowl last year?
They had meaning they have a certain
like when they looked at the ratings and saw that the Patriots were losing by 28 points. They called in the plan.
I guess.
So that they could win that game.
I guess.
Or like a few weeks ago when they put fog into the park. When they figured that Atlanta was going to come in and beat them, so they brought in fog machines.
Okay, that's
that kind of plan?
That's a little bit of a stretch. But everything is a stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm saying they have a specific team coming out. Out of those two, I said it would be the Saints.
Okay.
Or either the Seahawks, because I don't believe in the Panthers.
Okay, because we lost Aaron Rodgers a couple of weeks back to a season-ending injury.
Right.
And I think it would have been a great year to see Tom Brady go against Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Speaking on Aaron Rodgers, they lost to the Lions on Monday night.
Yeah, so the Lions get back on track. I mean,
I don't know what you would consider back on
meaning
track,
they
but,
lost.
like,
I'm gonna explain. They
Yeah.
lost 3 games and now they win 1. That means they're back
that
in the
doesn't-
win.
That
they're
means
back.
they got a win and an easily win at that
Okay.
because Aaron Rodgers is not
All
playing.
right, they stopped
So
the
what's-
losing streak. Let's just say they stopped the losing streak, and now they're back in the win column. Can we at least say that, young man?
Yeah, continue.
What's the injury report this
The
week?
injury report is Jameis Winston will be out for a couple weeks. They don't say precisely how many weeks.
Okay.
But he had to show the injury.
Show the injury. They're not doing that.
Yeah, they're not.
anyway.
They was 2-6 anyway. So
And then we had a couple of fights.
And then we had.
We had some throwdowns.
AJ Green got ejected and Jalen Ramsey.
Okay, yeah, they both got ejected. That got a little heated. Who do you think is wrong for that? Or you think Jalen Ramsey was just getting up under his skin
Well,
and
Jalen Ramsey
AJ
started
Green
it.
only had 1 catch?
Well, no, it didn't really start, but he started the ejecting with the push.
Right.
AJ put him in the chokehold twice, hit him in the helmet, and then put him in another
never
chokehold.
punch a guy with a helmet on. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then Jameis Winston, in his game, pokes a player in the back of the neck.
Right, and then
causes Mike Evans to come to his aid,
Right.
and Mike Evans gets ejected.
Right.
I think Jameis Winston should pay his salary for that.
True.
For that lost
True.
week. And that's Jameis Winston's got to grow up a little bit. Jameis Winston. I mean, Tom Brady would never do that. Poke another player in the back of the helmet. These things that these quarterbacks, these young quarterbacks in particular, do. I'm speaking in code when I say that. These young quarterbacks
you're talking about
are a little bit hood with it. So we'll speak in code. But come on, man. This has got to stop, man. Play your position, man.
But it's just, we have little energy. We got that little just cockiness to us.
Okay.
That, other quarterbacks don't have. Yeah. All right, we're back. Welcome to the Wait, and we're going to go into NBA.
NBA action. What's on the list? Talk to me, young man. Talk to me.
Eric Bledsoe getting traded to the Milwaukee Bucks.
For
Greg Monroe, a first-round pick and a second-round pick.
What do you think about that trade?
That's a dub for Milwaukee because they didn't have to give up that much.
They didn't have to give up Malcolm Brogdon. Right. They didn't have to give up Jabari.
Right.
They didn't have to give up
Dellavedova
or Thonmaker.
Yeah,
So they kind of got to steal. How do you think he'll fit into the scheme of things?
He'll help them out because I think Giannis being at the point is good, but because he's so tall, he's going to cause a lot of turnovers. And with Eric Bledsoe being at the point, they don't really cause.
Bledsoe.
I was watching the game earlier today because they're playing the Cavaliers right now, and they already had like 6 turnovers in the first quarter.
Okay. I think this move maybe solidifies that. Not only is Eric Bledsoe, what was he averaging career highs of 21 and 6 last year, he's also a great defender.
Yeah.
So that's going to put
he's a solid point guard. He's not too bad, but he's
very, very solid point guard. So I think that puts Milwaukee in a great position.
Cleveland is still struggling.
LeBron gets 57 on Friday.
Right.
Then they turn around and lose to Atlanta the next day. This team is so up and down. And they did pretty good
because Kyle Korver had 23 points. LeBron, D-Wade had 25 points, and LeBron had 28 points. And they still was battling in it. The Hawks guard missed 2 free throws. It wasn't the point guard. It was the shooting guard.
It wasn't Schroeder. It's the other guy.
Yeah, the other guy. Right. He missed 2. 8 seconds left. And LeBron did the smart play by kicking it out to Shannon 5 for the 3.
But he missed.
And,
So, I try to tell people Cleveland is going to be in trouble until Isaiah Thomas shows up.
Well, they say...
Because it's very bad. You can't really compare because you got Boston, which we'll talk about, winning so many games. But the piece that we traded for, the main piece in the trade, was Isaiah Thomas.
Right.
Who's worth 25 points a game, can stretch the floor, can hit the 3. So I think when he comes back, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
I think Cleveland will correct some things, yet they still need to make a move or two because they're not built to beat Golden State and those teams.
Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson and probably J.R. Smith has to go.
If not all of them, 1 or 2 of those pieces have to go, and you have to upgrade with some better pieces. But I believe in LeBron James. And I believe that when the smoke clears, that they will be the team to beat in the East.
Boston keeps rolling to 9-2.
Boston has won 9 straight games, after losing the first game, a very tough game in Cleveland. Then they had a hangover for game 2 per se. You know, they haven't lost since, and they've beaten some really good teams.
Right.
They even went into OKC and beat OKC.
I believe they beat the Magic, who was 6-2, but they wasn't too serious.
What do you think about what Boston is doing with these young players? Tatum is getting.
I think Irving saw the writing on the wall in Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, I have to get out of here. Plus, we don't really know what LeBron's whole game plan is for
staying or leaving.
Right. And he was like, I'd rather just leave early and try to go to Boston or whatever team and see if I can make it out.
Plus, he wasn't one of those guys who seemed to want to be Robin his whole career.
Right, of course.
Understand.
You know, he looks up to Kobe. Kobe did the same thing with the whole Shaq thing.
Understand.
And we really wanted to see how he was going to do without Gordon Hayward, because now it's your team by yourself.
Absolutely.
With a bunch of young guys and like 2 new rookies with Tatum and, you know.
My concern is Tatum when he hits the rookie wall. Now, that rookie wall is 35 games, 40 games.
True.
Because in college, that's all you play.
True.
The NBA season is a grind.
But he has been doing well. I don't think
it's only 10 games in.
No, but I also don't think Brad Stevens is playing him too long.
Brad Stevens?
Yeah, Brad Stevens. Okay, I had to wait the first time. He hasn't been playing too long, like a good 10 minutes, 8 minutes. And the minutes that he's been playing has been very useful because he has been hitting a lot of buckets.
No, he hit some key buckets.
And Al Horford is doing his thing.
Al Horford has reemerged as Al Horford from Atlanta.
Right, because he just had 15 points and like 10 rebounds.
And the way Al Horford was playing against OKC, man, he was hitting shot after shot. And Kyrie Irving...
And low-key, Kyrie Irving's assist has been...
And he's been taking over ball games the way only Kyrie Irving does. And even Isaiah Thomas put out a tweet on his Twitter that said, y'all low-key forget how many of your favorite players ASS I bust last year. So he was trying to say, when I get back, don't get it twisted.
Right.
I'm going to put that work in. Porzingis.
Porzingis has dropped, I believe, 37 points in the game against
Phoenix.
Mm-hmm. And he dropped 40 points next night against Indiana.
He's been averaging 30 points, 8 rebounds, 3 blocks, a couple of assists.
Yeah,
if he keeps this up, we might have to put him in the MVP conversation.
It's a little too early.
Okay, I'm gonna pipe it down. I'll pipe it down a little bit.
But he has been playing very.
But I'm just saying, when I look at all the MVP candidates right now, who are they?
LeBron,
Giannis,
Westbrook,
and Greek the Freak. I mean, Porzingis. His numbers are right up there now.
Or James Harden.
Oh, okay. Well, James Harden is always going to be in that conversation. I think the Knicks make the playoffs. I didn't have them in. I had them on the bubble at number 9.
It's still too early.
It's a little early, but
it's
a little early, but I think they're better than people giving them credit for.
I understand. But also, this is Porzingis' third year, so he's kind of...
And Melo is not there, so who's getting those extra shots?
Right.
Porzingis.
And now we're going to talk about LeVar Ball and his 2 sons.
Okay, yeah, we just got word over the wire that Jello got arrested in China for shoplifting.
Yeah. 2 of the UCLA players.
Yeah, shoplifting.
Right.
In China.
What were they doing in China?
Dude, let me tell you, the laws in China, you mess around and they'll put you in jail for life.
True.
They don't play. Now, for him, obviously he didn't need the money. In my humble opinion, a lot of these dudes shoplift just to have fun.
True.
Just to kind of... It's a joy thing, but you have to be responsible with what you do, especially when you're in foreign lands.
Right, and plus you're the star of the college now, because now that Lonzo isn't there, you're the point. I mean,
Not only that,
and then now LeVar has to deal with it because they're gonna ask him about it.
Absolutely.
Every time now, and
speaking of LeVar,
Luke Walton should play Lonzo more minutes.
What do you think about that statement? What do you think about a parent now telling a coach?
I'm not surprised that it was him.
Telling the coach, you should play my son more minutes.
I'm not surprised that he said that.
So this ain't high school.
It's not.
This ain't college where they have to keep him in the game. Everybody comes out of the games.
But I mean, look, you signed up for this when you drafted him. Because you could have easily skipped him and he could have gone to
another team,
to Boston.
And they would have had to deal with that problem.
Right. So you knew what you were signing up for.
Okay.
And Am I surprised? No, because he feels like his son is not getting. Because the minutes that he does play, he's not really producing that well.
He's not,
but they are winning games.
But I think he's saying in the fourth quarter when the money's on the line is when his son needs to shine the most. But Luke Walton has a team to run.
Right, and the system he's trying to put in place with all these other young players.
Absolutely, they are the youngest team in the league.
Right, so he has his own system to run.
And we haven't reviewed an album in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
You told me that the Chris Brown album has 40-something songs.
45.
The minute you told me that, I said I will not be listening to this album. I don't have that kind of time in my life.
I mean,
but you have listened to this album.
Wait, my bad. I gotta cut you over. How you gonna be like a music, not groove, but like a music expert?
I love music. I do. But I'm not sure I want to listen to 46 songs of Chris Brown. So now...
So I listened to it.
So let's get into...
Heartbreak on a Full Moon.
Heartbreak on a Full Moon. Tell me about this album, young man.
This album is his best project ever.
What?
This album is his best project ever. He put everything. He put his his hard work, his dedication, everything from like the Young Breezy to like now. It's all in there. The only downside is every song sounds the same.
Okay, so he
as a beat. There's only a few songs where the beat is kind of different, but you're gonna get that when you put 45 songs an hour.
What does this album cost in the stores? Do you know?
I don't know, and I know that his sales are kind of gonna be cut in half because he dropped it on Halloween, which was on a Tuesday instead of a normal Friday.
Okay, why did he do that? Any idea?
No,
was he trying to scare you into buying this album?
No, it was just it was Halloween.
Get that Halloween scare.
I get it. A little not funny, but some of the songs that I liked was Pills. Let me see, Rocket Body, Yellow Tape, Party.
Did you feel good?
Yeah.
Did you learn something about Chris that you didn't know?
That he is this generation of Michael Jackson.
So he's this generation's Michael Jackson. Give me the name of this album again.
This album is called Heartbreak on a Full Moon.
Heartbreak on a... Oh, I get it now. Halloween, Full Moon.
Kinda, yeah.
Scare you into... Oh, okay, yeah.
Love it.
That didn't work. That didn't work.
It's a classic album. Like, it's his best project to me ever.
It's his best...
What? It's his best project, I'm telling you.
How many projects from Chris Brown have you listened to?
I've listened to his... Yeah, no, you can't base it over 10. You can't base it over 10 songs, though.
First 10 are whack.
Can't base it off that.
Right. You want me to be real? His royalty album was trash.
Trash.
Okay, that was trash.
Okay.
His X album was dope.
Okay. Fame, that's his best album ever.
How many...
It doesn't matter how many songs, they were all fire.
Okay, so this one was it?
We have a debate going
on.
In the studio.
How is it not?
If it's more wax, if it's more wax songs than good songs, then it's not make a good project.
You only listen to 10 songs. How could you tell me it's a wax song?
So that's his best album ever.
That's what he said. I'm going to have to go with...
I'm disagreeing.
What Eli said. Eli has listened to the entire album.
Your base group is off of 24 to 30. Am I...
Age group, right?
Right. I said that right.
Right.
I guess I don't want to say...
Out of loop, out of date, out of touch, out of time.
Basically.
He's my age. Chris Brown is my age, though. So what do you say?
Okay, doesn't mean that. He making music for young people.
No,
okay, thank you for helping me. Thank you for helping me.
His musical content is not for young people. Let's be honest.
Okay, but...
What do you consider young people?
What do you consider young people? I'm young.
I can...
How are you? No, you are not young.
You're not as young as Eli.
You're not...
But so Chris Brown is not making music for you, though.
I'm saying that the age that you're at and the age I'm at, we're listening to two different things.
Two different waves.
And we're expecting two different results. Are we not? What were you expecting from this album?
First of all Chris Brown songs sound the same anyway.
Okay, no, that's what I did. I did say that. I said all his songs. I said the one downside for making 45 songs, all his songs would sound the same.
So that makes a good album?
No.
The total embodiment of the project is either good or it's not.
I'm not riding.
Said by someone who only listened to 10 songs.
I'm not riding.
Thank you. That's my point. If you had said 25 songs, I would have said, okay, I get.
And Remy Ma signs to Columbia Records
for $4.5
million.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing on the streets?
Yeah, hold on.
That's a lot of cash.
I don't know what I guess they're expecting a good, like, 2 albums or something.
And she's also done,
she's doing a song with Lil' Kim.
Is that out on the street yet?
Not yet.
Okay, all right.
They used an old Kim
beat
track.
Yeah.
For the song.
For the song, so it's not new verses.
It's new verses, but it's
an old Kim song.
And I'm hearing that allegedly they're gonna diss.
They're not dissing. They're not gonna diss.
They're not dissing.
That's what she said. That's what Kim said. She said we're not dissing.
That's what she said, but is that true or is it not true? Said it is now time for Odyssey. She's gonna give us some tea, maybe some rumors. Let's clap it up for Odyssey.
All right.
This report is brought to you by your ad here.
Hey, Eli.
What's up, baby sis?
Okay, we're gonna start with Meek Mill is going to jail for 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
So he violated his parole.
Again.
Yeah. And he's supposed to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to say?
I don't know why you keep violating your parole.
Yeah, he's done this a lot.
And I'm hoping that you get your lyrics in terms of rapping better with reading books in the library, because I'm pretty sure they have books in the library. Because I don't want to keep hearing about Rolly, Nicki Minaj, Drake. So
yeah, the judge said that he had like a lot of chances to fix himself after going to jail before. Right. Diddy changed his name to Brother Love. And then changed it back to Diddy.
Yeah, because he got a lot of heat from the media.
Yeah, no. He said he was joking.
No,
that sounds like a PR move to clean that up.
Because first of all, they did flame him a lot for that. Because he was like, yo, I'm going through an experience. I'm feeling the love. So y'all gotta call me Brother Love.
He said that it was one of his alter egos, but he was just playing, you know? And now he knows that he can't play around with the internet.
Yeah, because we will flame him.
Yeah.
And I think it's a wrestler's name, Brother Love.
Might be.
One of them wrestlers who came at him immediately for that.
I mean, did you like that name? Brother Love?
Nah, I thought it was
cool. Ain't gonna lie.
You liked it?
I thought it was cool.
Brotherly love, man. Yeah.
That's my Mount brother, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Oh, he went to Mount?
He did.
That's crazy. Okay, next, Jada and... Oh, my gosh. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith gave $5 million to Tyrese.
I thought that was stupid.
You don't think it was stupid? You thought it was stupid?
You gave it to him for him to stay off social media.
I mean, it was to... No. It was to settle his daughter's legal fees. But it did come with the request
hold on.
that Tyrese stay off the internet because he was looking dumb.
Wait, speaking on his...
So what he do? He posted right on the internet.
Okay, but clearly he doesn't know how to stay off the internet.
Wait, real quick. I heard, allegedly, that his child case got dropped.
It did get dropped.
So what you need $5 million for now?
No, maybe that $5 million got it dropped.
Yeah,
Money
it did.
talks.
It settled his legal fees.
What's their relationship?
Also,
so Jada and Will.
Will and Tyrese. We don't know.
They all friends.
Shout out to the name Brother Love.
They all friends. Yeah, one more. Kanye returns to Chicago and he performed with Kid Cudi, and he hasn't been in Chicago since October 2016. Now, when I heard that, I was like, okay, that wasn't that long ago, but it's November 2017.
Yeah.
First of all, the year went by fast, but that's a long time. And when he performed, it came days before his mother's 10th anniversary of his mother's death.
Gotcha. Well, I'm hoping his new project is fire, and I'm hoping he'll probably have Kid Cudi on it, just because they had a lot of beef going on before he left and before he went crazy. And
Kanye?
Well, he is crazy.
He didn't go crazy. He was going through some things.
It's the same difference, whatever.
If it leads to great music, I'm all for it.
Right. If it, we're gonna get a
that's what I said. I'm hoping he can drop some fire, and yeah.
All right, let's give it up for Odyssey.
Yeah. We have the face-to-face story.
Let's get into some FaceTime, what we call face-to-face, where Eli has a story that moves him, that he likes to look into the camera and give his feelings on. Eli, what we got?
We have a story It was senior night at Atley High, and a kid who has cerebral palsy named Seep Shirey, played football with the team, and their plans was to like let him run a couple plays down the field. And the first run he ran about 5 yards, and then the second run, the defender on the opposite team was like, you know what, we're gonna just let him run and see how far he went. He runs about a good 30 to 40 yards, and for the touchdown, and they made it about, let's say, a 50-yard touchdown in total. And that was dope because, you know, I have cerebral palsy, and he ran way better than me because I would have had a struggle falling down like about 5 times. But that was dope. It was senior night too, so, you know, it was a kind of special night.
Yeah, and I thought what was interesting about that was his father wanted the other team to tackle him.
And play like fair.
Play like, yo, do not give him no breaks. And the other team was like, yeah, but, you know, let's see how far he can actually go.
And he went pretty far.
And he went pretty far. So we gonna clap that up for Shep Shirey, y'all. Shep Shirey at Atley High. So that's our FaceTime for that. Again, you have cerebral palsy.
Yeah, so I know how that feels.
You know how it feels.
And like I said, he did way better than me. Appreciate him doing that.
Absolutely.
Or the team doing that, my bad.
Because it's not disability,
really, it's disability.
This ability.
Yeah.
And once again, those with unique abilities are on display, giving up the goods.
Right. All right. So now let's go into week 10 of the picks.
Week 10 picks. Let's pull that paper out. Eli had his lead cut in half.
Yeah.
He had a 6-game lead. I chopped into it. It is now 72-69.
I'm down by 3. I'm up by 3.
I have made some moves on the young man because I understand it is a marathon, not a sprint. He gets up early, starts talking all of this smack.
I'm always be doing that.
Like he's on cruise.
Whether I'm down or out.
Do we decide on the bet yet?
No, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
We'll decide that by week 15 because we're not.
We'll decide close, but it won't be that chip. I put something up on my Facebook. They got this tortilla chip, one chip challenge.
Oh, was it from Shaq?
No, Shaq took the chip too, but it's busting everybody down. I seen it bust down some weightlifters. I will not be taking the one chip challenge, and you won't be taking it after you lose.
Okay, but wait.
Because that will be child abuse.
What are you, a chicken?
No. I'm gonna win. It will be child abuse.
No. We'll discuss this off camera, but I feel like you're chickening out.
Okay, no, I'm not chickening out. You're gonna lose. So it will be child abuse for me to come on camera, ladies and gentlemen. Open up this chip that they tell you do not touch with your hands. This chip is so hot. You gotta wash your hands. Don't rub it in your eye. And to give this to my son who has cerebral palsy.
Come on.
Have him.
First of all, wait a minute. First of all, don't use my card against me, okay? It's my special card. I get to use it because it's mine. Second of all, I ain't no chicken. So if I do lose, I'll do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that might be something we put on ballot.
Podcast in the world, The Wait, the world according to Eli. Music, sports, video games, and culture. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the host of our show, Mr. Eli.